try that. Am I audible now? No, this is not pre-recorded. I can actually... Oh, I got a yeah. This is kind of odd to do. I have one hand on one keyboard, one hand on another keyboard. Okay, sounds like we're good now. Had to switch what tube the noise came through, but we're in the correct noise tube now. Hello, people. I should start over on what the heck I'm doing, I suppose. Yeah. So, never surrender. It's what the title thing says. We might surrender. I'm gonna leave that up to fate. That's where that is. I'm going to be attempting it in this thing, which is a ship I've spent a fair bit of time just kind of tweaking on the side. And yeah, I'm going to give a quick tour because I put a lot of effort into it and I want to talk about it for a while. So yeah, I guess kind of start off with the gist. And it's sort of, you know, roughly orb shaped with some appendages. It's something I've noticed whenever I try and design kind of just ships in, designing creative. I keep building Star Trek inspired things, and I've tried many times to get away from Star Trek inspired things, but it doesn't work. I don't know. There's something about the sort of having separate nacelles for thruster, for engines and whatnot, the kind of general shape. It's like a big old thing over there. Hope that's not a worry. Yeah. I don't know, it's a style I go with. And it doesn't tend to get super used, so at least not for things that aren't direct replicas of Star Trek ships. So yeah, I'm gonna give a quick, rundown of this, and then we're gonna go and see how long it actually lasts against enemies. So, first thing, there are airlocks, kind of on the main dome section, as well as some further back there that we'll get to later. Every airlock on the ship I have set up, so they all have a vent that's set to depressurize, so if I open up from the inside, it's pressurized in here, air comes in here, close it and the air goes away. Nice and efficient. They're also set up, if I open this inner door again, you can see that door is now off. I can't open it. We can do it from here. If I close that, you can see once this door closes, that comes back open. I can open it now, and that door closes. So, this airlock is using event controllers to control everything. So I have 2 event controllers, 1 per door. Okay, that red went away. I am kind of ever-presently aware that there are bases in this world that will send drones to go and pester you, which would kind of interrupt this introduction. But yeah, we'll see some of the mess of event controllers, because I believe there are 6 airlocks on this ship, each of which has 2 event controllers to control it. So, it's maybe not the most efficient thing, but it's cool. So, moving along, we have our bridge, which I kind of like how I did this roof with the inset light panels. I almost wish there were a half block light panel type thing, or, if those were in the middle of the block, that would make it inconvenient for other things. But, yeah. As, I thought the roofing design in here was cool. I also, something I discovered with this build, So this is, I forget exactly what they call these. The Inset Entertainment Corner. So I found using one of these with a desk actually makes a pretty convincing, like, computer terminal. It's sort of got this little keyboard over here, there are buttons. They don't look the most useful, but nothing ever looks too elegant in this solution. But yeah, this little thing. I have a bunch of these. You could also use these sort of, I think this is the button panels, maybe the LCD inset thing. It's a good way to add a little bit of extra detail and make it make sense to just have seats around. Because I always feel like, yes, I can sit in this seat and control a turret, but it doesn't feel like it's really a command station. Whereas with this, it's like, I've got controls, I've got things. So yeah, we'll just pop back in here. So something I do with a lot of my ships that I just design personally, I like making them sort of survival ready and survival functional, but also designed for roleplay. So, this is a galley with little kind of bar area, some seating, some vending machines. None of this is actually useful, but this food quarters is a term, I suppose. Uh, it does get the message across a lot quicker. But yeah, you know, you don't need a galley in Space Engineers, but it's fun and it gives a purpose and makes the space feel like it could be actually usable. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and pop up real quick. The weird thing about this ship, and it's partially designed that way, so the floor of this deck with the bridge is pretty much dead center of the dome. And I did that because I've found in, building ships like this, if you try and position your bridge in, basically I built a ship and I was like, oh, I'm going to be all sneaky and put the bridge on the bottom deck of the ship so that it's all, hidden and protected and no one knows where to shoot. Well, I got shot on the bottom of the ship and it like the first shot took out the main cockpit. So I realized that actually it's probably best to, I don't, in reality, the roof doesn't matter. That can go away and I can still fly the ship. If I keep this floor protected and basically keep the block that this chair is attached to in existence, I'm pretty well set. So, that is why there's a weird above thing. But I use this for just sort of, there's a little captain's quarter area. I made pretty extensive use of the inset blocks, which I feel like, I don't think they really went under the radar per se, but I definitely, like, when they, that DLC came out, I didn't think they would really change much. I thought they were kind of a niche use case thing. They really do go in a lot of places, just because it always feels so awkward to have, like, here's a full block area with a kitchen in it, and then it just makes things feel kind of more space efficient. And you can do things like, not a great example here, but here I can have a kitchen block. The back of this block is kind of just this looking thing, I believe. So, if I didn't have a wall here, which I do, I could get away with that, because there's a full block kind of dividing the space. I'm getting sassed by the good bot. Yeah, I'll take all the time I need. So yeah, we have a little conferencey area. sort of bigger ready room, conference room thing. Just kind of pretty much this whole area is for the roleplay fun of it, and, you know, it makes a convenient bullet sponge having a large roof area that's not strictly functional. Oh, so as we move down, this is sort of the engineering area, which, again, bulk of it is kind of role play. You can see some of the places I've stuck event controllers in because I needed more event controllers. There is a kind of purpose, and as we go back, those doors lead further into the engineering sort of hull. But having stuff accessible, I'll kind of talk about in a bit. That area does also serve as a secondary emergency hull that is even further back the ship. Well, we'll go up here first. Believe, yeah, this is listed as the torpedo bay through another airlock, and this is one of the features of this ship. Sort of, in addition to making it look neat, I packed a lot of sort of useful things I've kind of learned along the way of space engineers into this. So up here, these are missile printers. I have them set up here. I had this on a button panel, but I realized I've partially designed this ship for multiplayer use, where you could have like a crew of a few people. And I realized if this were just a button panel and you have someone down here manning the torpedo bay, anytime you jump, you would abandon your crewmate, or they'd have to sprint back to a seat somewhere. So, you know, helm is more useful. I have stuff. Yeah, so if I look at this little cheat sheet I left myself, you can see that we have a port torpedo and a port drone. So I'll go ahead and call up a torpedo. You can see it gets welded. The sort of stalk thing there on the left has all the timer blocks and projectors and whatnot to make all that work. Then I believe 7 will fire. And off it goes. Oh, and it's off it goes again. I can sort of peek out here. Oh, it's going after those. So these torpedoes and the drones that I can print are set up with the AI blocks. So that torpedo, let's go ahead. Can I? Oh god. Oh, we're very far away with the spectator cam. Can we get there in time? Do I know where I'm going? No. Yeah, it looks like the missile already hit. I'm completely turned around now. We're just gonna ignore that. But missile fired, missile went after target that I didn't know was out there and probably succeeded. I don't know. So, moving on. Yeah, we'll pop down real quick. So, in here is, the mess, to a degree. So, all of these event controllers wrapping around this sort of science bay, quote-unquote, those are all for airlocks. That's pretty much the only thing I'm using them for. But, you know, it makes a nice little detail, like, computer core area. And I had an extra deck, so I figured I'd just stuff them all in the same place. That way, if I needed to go fix something, I knew where to go. I also have up here, this is a defense controller. Yes. The AI defensive block. set up so that it can lock targets. That's mainly, there's the big gun on the bottom, so that allows the big gun to shoot at its full 2 kilometer range. And I made a short on that if people don't know how that works. Yeah, coming down here, this is basically just, living quarters. They're all roughly the same, just these little, tiny cramped areas, but it gets the point across. And again, functionally, so the sort of main big gun is right below here, so I guess that's important. But a lot of the stuff going on, most of this deck could get wiped out and it doesn't affect how the ship works. Same with a lot of the stuff around. So, a functional value to roleplay is that roleplay can get shot without affecting, critical function. So now go ahead and work our way back. This is weird too, because I'm for videos, I'll sort of, I have a thought, and then I'll stop, I'll go quiet for a minute, and then move myself to where I'm going to cut back in to continue that thought or come up with a new thought. I'm doing that instinctively, and then remembering, oh right, this is just all video. I'm just live, so... So if I do weird stutteriness, now you know. But coming back here into the sort of meat of the engineering area, you can see we've got, there are actually 2 jump drives, so this one and then this at the front is a second one. So jump drives, got batteries, gyros, cargo container, hydrogen, 2 hydrogen tanks. I'll go through there in a second. But talking about this sort of section, one of the biggest things I've sort of figured out with building ships that are really intended for space engineers combat, at least, quote unquote, in my interpretation of that, you kind of want everything accessible so that you can easily repair it, and it's best to have all of the very, important and or explosive parts running down the middle. So if we can go out. So you may have briefly seen there are more airlocks here. If I go through this door, we actually... Oh. It's weird that didn't vent. But if I come up here, this is actually in that thruster nacelle. You can see I have access to weld up all the thrusters that were in there. And see the hydrogen main lifting thrusters. Well, I won't go all the way through. But... yeah, just having access to things, and then basically this whole back section, except for this bit, that's where all the sort of, meaty stuff is that if you were to shoot it with a railgun, the whole ship will blow up. That's not ideal, in terms of having a target, but it's sort of hidden. Most of the attacking are going to be kind of, the ship will be attacking with its front. So, having all that in one area, it seems just, a better solution than sticking them out all willy-nilly all over the place. Oh, there was another where I was like, okay, I'll stop and move to the next area to make my next point. Nope, don't do that. That's just dead air. My next point, I hope... Okay, good, it's not on. I've also built in repair systems, so there are welders strategically located, like this one here under this giant explosive hydrogen tank. There's one under the cargo container, there are ones under jump drives, and most of the turrets or not turrets, thrusters have them. Uh, Basically, I've built in auto repair systems, so in combat I turn those on, and they should keep, hopefully, all of these big explosive things from exploding. So, working back to the final section. I guess the O2 tanks are full because we aren't sucking air back out. So, this back here is a hangar bay. And you may note it's a relatively empty hangar bay. But this is another favorite feature of mine of this ship. If we just... I think a drone will be useful. So if I click that, just watch the magic happen. Like, sip some tea. I almost feel like I need dramatic music for this. It is somewhat slow. It's almost there. Once it hits, once it gets in position, the magic will really kick off. Almost. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, as you can see, yeah, it is slow. This would probably not be a combat drone printing, but there is a functioning ship printer built in. So, yeah, this is the current world is, survival vanilla. So, assuming you have the parts on board, you can print and produce drones. I'll wait till the death floor welders turn off before walking over there. But this is sort of a repair utility drone, which I figure I'm probably gonna need here in a minute. But yeah, I have a fully working printer built into the back of this ship. It doesn't really affect the the profile too much. Yeah, I can just kind of take control of that, lock it down. There we go. So, oh yeah, that was something. So I should say this idea for a hidden drone printer wasn't fully mine. I think it was a ship called like the Rose. It was a Star Trek Galaxy class sort of mock-up that was like near full size. It was a really cool ship if your computer could handle running it. But it had a system, I believe, like this, where you had a hidden, like, basically welders under plates doing a drone printing. And I really thought that was neat. And so I was like, oh, I'll just steal that. So here it is. All of the... I have iterated on this design. So originally, that stalk that came down had a bunch of timer blocks and stuff. I realized that that's kind of a pain because you have to reprogram everything. There's a sequence of timer blocks to make all that happen. So I sort of redesigned it, and yeah, now they're in behind these walls. I realized I had a bunch of empty space in there, so I might as well just, oh, I think I'm still in creative mode, as my character. But that shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, I sort of set everything up so that if you were to build this ship from a blueprint in survival, There's still a little bit because you have to set the pistons in the timer blocks and all that stuff. But it's kind of all there and ready, so you don't have to, you know, you don't have to build a complex computing system by hand. Oh yeah, we'll cut through. So this is just a little, yeah, I'm about to go. Take all the time you need as I keep poking you. This is just a little access corridor under the engineering section that puts us out, up here at sort of the computer bay. Again, I found I had some room in there, so I was like, well, I'll have a little access way. Let's go ahead and take that off now that I'm through with this process. I think... Oh, that's odd. Why is the red light flashing? So... I think that is... defense? So I set up a system that I'm not 100% sure how it works. But... you can see I have timer blocks for... basically, if an enemy is detected, it'll trigger that. Once an enemy is no longer detected, it triggers this. So I guess at some point, something that counts as an enemy came within 2 kilometers. Well, I'm sure that's fine. I think, without further ado, let's head over to this space base and start the, combating. Oh, yeah, I didn't show there is a med bay. I'll just poke down there real quick. You know, there's a chance we'll be seeing it a little bit. Depends on how often I get out. But, yeah, off the side here of engineering, I have little medical area, you know, and not super detailed. The ship also has a, I think it's a basic refinery and a full assembler on board. So I can produce parts that I mine, you know, if I mine resources. So to produce all the basics on board, except for cobalt, which is probably an oversight. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this a little quicker. Space base, and let's do it all. Yeah. Yeah, it's better from this cinematic. Alright. So the big question here will be, the main defense on this is primarily those torpedoes. We're gonna see, oh yeah, what I'm just getting at. We're gonna see how well I actually fare against the drones. I'm probably gonna try using, drones of my own. Basically, I have, instead of a torpedo that rams, it's basically a torpedo with guns that doesn't ram. I may try those, but then, at least for the small grid stuff, my primary defense is probably just going to be Gatling fire. I have the big old artillery cannons on the bottom, or artillery cannon, but I don't think that's going to be particularly useful. I guess we'll just kind of come up here. Alright. The waves have started. Now this will be a bit of a hop around. So as I mentioned, I kind of like, excuse me. That's the downside of doing this live, is I have a bit of a cough that comes up, which is why I have this chamomile tea. Alright. Anyway, so I tend to design this. I've designed this ship, and I like to design ships of this style, uh, with the intent of having multiple crew. So this ship is sort of designed to work with 4 people. So you'd have the main sort of pilot captain, who's positioning and moving the ship around. Then I have over here, this is an engineering sort of helm. They're basically just set up with, I've got controls for the thrusters and whatnot. Over here is a weapons helm, so I have control for all the weapons. Which does what? It's very small up there, but if I press number 1, that should print off some drones for me down in the torpedo tubes that I can then launch from the captain's seat. Also, 9 is the auto repair welders. We'll go ahead and have those on. Oh, yeah, I have these, screens to say stuff is armed and ready. And if we look, the bays are, well, open, and I see half a drone. I'm now beginning to wonder. I wonder if I was pretty sure I'd tested to see if I could print off a couple of these drone torpedo things and a ship. Maybe I didn't do that right. Maybe there's something wrong with a timer somewhere. Okay, I have 2 minutes to try and troubleshoot this, because otherwise I'm kind of down my main weapon. First off, where is the cargo? There we go. Yeah, I don't see anything in here missing that would look to be a big problem. Seems to have, still have leftover components. 1 minute. How long do I have between waves, I wonder? Let's get back up to the, old bridge and just be ready. I believe these first waves are, it's just, little drones, so I'll probably be fine. Let's make sure. Oh, interesting. Why are some... Huh. Don't know why some of those are set to 650 and some to 600. Oh. Alright, it's nearing time. Don't know where they'll come from. We'll probably try and turn to face most of our guns to bear. Alright. 12 seconds. Yeah. I'll have to hope I have a bit of time in between here to maybe troubleshoot those torpedoes. Okay. Ooh, it's coming in quick. Ooh, but does not seem to be standing much chance. Let's get out of the way before it torpedoes us. Yeah, that got turned to rubble. And that one... yeah, about the same. Oh boy, I have 2 minutes. Alright. Let's turn you off, conserve some ammo. Hopefully that won't hit me. Let's see what we got down here. See, this is another good thing of having all this accessible. I can just run down here, check some stuff, run back. So, I believe how one of these works... yeah, I have 2 timer blocks on here. What do they do? I can't remember. Right. Okay, so the first one turns on the merge block, turns on the welders, opens the door, and then starts the countdown on this one. That one turns off that. I'm wondering if these timer blocks... that's only 5 seconds. Maybe that's not enough time. Try 15. And then, let's go... you can see all of the things in here that have port in them, partially because of all the airlocks. That's the torpedo hinge. Drone. So if I toggle this on, it may confuse some things, because this is partially event controller controlled. Yeah, I just think 5 seconds was not long enough. I don't know why it was set up to be 5 seconds, but 15 might not be long enough. Yeah, in fact, it's not. And I just lost my convenient access. How long? Ow. Am I actively under attack? The little thingy we left. Oh, no. 18 seconds. Alright. Well, good thing I came up here when I did. Okay, let's turn guns back on. And then they come. Now I think, is the molar bigger? I'm gonna go ahead and... the big gun... oh boy! Big gun doesn't seem too interested in shooting, which isn't good. I think I took out one of the drones. Oh boy. Okay, turrets. I wonder if that artillery turret may be set to only target large grid. It's probably an oversight. What's it? Oh, that's debris up there. Okay, I think that molar might be disabled. Same with that tusk. It seems... oh, nope, the tusk is coming in. The molar... yeah, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Let's go ahead and check our... this. Yeah. Bit wasteful, but yeah, it's gonna make a good sound, so we'll go ahead and let it target. There we go. And we'll just kind of let it do its thing on that. Alright. Do those still... I mean, they're mostly dead. Do they still count? Ooh. Go ahead and close in on this fella and see if we can't deal with it. So, I believe the waves are endless. So, this is basically, they're just going to be getting progressively... I mean, that's flying off it. It's dead. Don't worry about it, base. Oh. Can't outrange those guns, though. Yeah. The waves, I believe, are endless, so they're just gonna keep on coming with more and more drones, bigger and bigger, until, you know, until I'm dead. I believe they end, there is a beacon in the base, the actual broadcast for the space base. Okay. Wait, is that another wave incoming, or... Did I break it? Something seems confused. Yeah. The drone's goal is to blow up the base itself, and once they do, I lose. So, more than likely, though, it's going to be my ship blows up, yes. I'm going to go ahead... Whoa. Tricky one to just accidentally have in the chamber. I'm going to go ahead and keep troubleshooting those torpedoes and hope that, you know, if something shows up, I notice it. Oh. We do appear to have taken some damage. Also... Oh. Also, I left progression on, which means I can't actually repair things. Right. Okay. Next wave is now beginning again. Let's go ahead. Port drone projector. We're gonna turn it on again. That should finish that drone. See the countdown there. Yep. Then I should fix these timer blocks. Now I'll try and fix this one as well. This is probably riveting content, just this pile of grayed out text. That is downside of a complex thing like this. There's a lot of stuff on board. Okay. So now... Right, I can never remember too many buttons. 5 will build the rest of that drone. We'll see if it actually prints this time. Looking good. Okay, I've got under a minute. Okay. Looks like we have 2 drones ready to fire. I'm not sure exactly how I got damaged there. That's the middle of the ship. Guess we could... Oh, now I see it. Yeah, I've taken a little bit of a bump. But we should be set up now for this next wave. I'm going to fire off these drones and see what they do. Alright, 5 seconds. Alright. One drone away? Oh, one drone stuck in the chamber. That's not good. The other drone's just sitting there. Luckily, it seems like I've defeated the enemies. Except for that part. Oh, except for that enemy. Oh. Okay, the drone is doing something now. It's leaving. Alright, well, I'm sure that'll work out. Let's go see why this other drone is still stuck. May have to do... Yeah, it came loose. I just kinda... I wonder if because of the building weirdness it didn't actually draw any hydrogen in. These are hydrogen-powered drones, which is, Get on. Get out there. And stay out. Yeah, the downside with a hydrogen-powered drone is, well, it needs hydrogen. So, let's go... Let's go do some quick, spot repairs. Do I actually... Suppose I could use that repair drone I printed. This shouldn't take that much time. Patch up the armor here. It is a little disconcerting when the timing of the next wave timer isn't on screen. Let's see if it pops back up in the cockpit. Also seem to have lost that other drone. Oh no, unless that's it. Yep, 30 seconds. That other drone has gone 2 kilometers away for some reason. Yeah, we'll tough out this wave and then see how much ammo I have. I do believe there's magnesium in... I think there's most stuff in this little asteroid cluster. Oh, okay, here we go. What do we have? There's a bunch of stuff. I can't see exactly what it is. I think that tusk might be big. Flyby. Do have to be a little mindful. So the ship is designed with oh, my drone's doing stuff. Look at that. It's not doing much, but I saw the combat drone zip back in for a second. Yeah, so That's a little closer than I'd like to some of these things. So, ship has hydrogen. That's the thing I'm trying to get out with my mouth. This ship is sort of set up. It can fly on planets with all the hydrogen it has. It's set up to sort of use that hydrogen in combat situations like this. But, obviously, you know, hydrogen is a limited resource. I wonder what that thing is. Probably not a worry. It is something I have to watch with all the maneuvering, is if I run out of hydrogen, I can still fly on just ion, but I will be severely limited in maneuverability. Let's see. Guess I could go ahead while we wait for this next wave and maybe see if we can't fix that. There we go. And let's see if we can't get some more drones going. So, right, it's 2 and 5. And hopefully both of these drones will fire. Okay. Am I out of construction components? I am. That's not good. That'll give us a few. Maybe. Well, the next wave is beginning. The drones do not have guns, which isn't ideal. Oh, we got kind of crumpled again. Okay, well, we're just gonna not fire those drones for this round and hope we survive. Turn on all the bullet throwers. Ooh, boy. Let's bring ourselves about. I'm using the arrow keys because they were fully behind me. That's a bit of a spread this time. Oh, well, there's one less. Oh, we're taking missiles. We're taking missiles to turrets, which isn't ideal. And I need to hold. Oh boy! I need to hold long enough that my big gun can figure out what to do. Oh, okay, it's firing on something. Ooh. I'm not doing a great job of dodging. Oh boy. Yeah, I may need to buff out some paint after that one. I also need to not ram into the... Oh boy. Ooh, that's a bad place. I think we just vented engineering. Oh, I see fires. Let's see if we can't, now that we're at a bit of a range, get our main turret on it. Come on, main turret. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. All of the reverse hydrogen is gone on that nacelle. Hmm. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't call what that thing's doing, controlled. Alright. Look at all this debris. I get back in closer to the space base here and assess the damage. So I think it may just be those reverse thrusters. Oh, some of my lifting thrust back there is damaged. The dome's taken a bit of a... It's not quite round anymore. But let's see... let's go ahead and... I need to set some things to production, clearly. Probably mostly pointless. Do think I have 2 drones now, though, which is good. Let's actually... So... Hold on, I should have a... yes. So my prospector repair drone, if I get into it, I don't actually have a quick way to open the shuttle bay. That's not good. Ooh. I've only got 50 seconds to get out here. I want the thing disconnected. Okay, this may be, yeah, this may be a moot point. I'm gonna go back in. We have prepared the drone to launch for repairs. And we will... Next round... Nope. Can't find the connector, I just need to... I'll come back for this. Okay. We just need to move. I was beginning to worry there for a second that this may be too easy for this this ship. There may not actually be much threat. I mean, for the most part, I don't feel too... Oh, I think they've just wiped out my repair drone. Oh, no. We need to go ahead and... Ooh. Oh, there was a missile between the nacelles there. Let's see, I think if I specifically target that, then my turret might focus on it? Maybe not. Yeah, well, that's not super useful then. Let's get back in range. Oh boy. Okay. So just this molar now. Let the big guns do their thing. The bright side is these drones seem to kind of just line themselves up. This would be a better scenario in multiplayer, and honestly, the ship is designed for multiplayer. But you know, in the time frame of getting this set up, I didn't really have the opportunity to make that sort of thing happen. Okay, let's get back in here. I don't think we've taken any more system critical damage. Let's get close and see if this drone is still intact for repairs. Oh boy. Go ahead and conserve some ammo. Okay. Seems flyable. Oh no, I don't have anything on board. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can just, you know, buff out the armor. This won't necessarily add any strength, because I'm not actually adding steel plates, but, you know, at least it'll look the part. And we've lost a fair bit of blockage down there. Okay. Well, that's something. Let's go ahead. Nope. Ooh, boy. That's a lot of stuff. The big gun in a rough position. I think I need to just keep moving here. Ooh. Okay, we've got a bit of a bigger problem. I've lost hydrogen to part of the rear end there. My left nacelle is no longer connected somewhere. Looks like it may be sort of halfway down, because there's front hydrogen. Just no back hydrogen. Do I still have the lifting thrusters? Ooh, that was a good hit. That one not so much. Ooh. Yeah, I am wondering. That didn't sound quite good. Oh, I forgot I have drones. Drones, go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the drones have not gone. Oh, the drones are now stuck in the torpedo bay and I have to move. This isn't ideal. Yeah, I'm beginning to see some of the potential downsides of this ship. Overall, I think it works pretty well. I do think it could use for heavy combat applications like this. It could definitely use some upgunning. And in fairness, I sort of designed it to be upgunned. I could just replace those turrets with different turrets and then, you know, that's a bit more. Okay, what's left? Still got a tusk plinking. Whatever that is. Okay, well that's dead, whatever that was. Let's see if we can take out this tusk real quick. Come on, big gun. Oh, you need to do better than that. Oh, and... yeah, it's distracted by debris. Oh, yeah. The combat drone is raring to go. And I think our missile bay may be out of action now. Okay. Let's... we're still pressurized in here. That's a bonus. Let's, ooh. Yeah, deal with this damage. I'm just gonna push this out. There's the danger with these, kind of anything where you're... I think I've wedged it. Yeah, anything where you're printing subgrids. Okay, you're not helping. Like printing drones and all that stuff. If things go wrong, you have drones, you know, floating around in your ship, crashing into everything. It's just gonna, I'm just gonna get rid of this whole door. I think that's gonna be our quickest way out of this scenario. Okay. Away with you. Maybe it'll serve as a distraction. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're in a rough way. Let's... oh, these are heavy armor. Why are these heavy armor? Probably because it's, you know, a missile. That wasn't very smart of me. So, it looks like I could theoretically produce one drone, though I don't know if the cargo network is still intact. Somehow that E is still attached, so that's nice. We are quickly deflating. They've almost breached engineering. Our nacelles are in a pretty rough way. The antenna's exposed. Let's see if we can't maybe get this hydrogen back. Yeah. Darn throat coughs. Got 1 minute. Okay. Well, the core of everything still seems to be here, which is good. No, no, no. Okay, what is... right, so it's something in all of this. Oh, that's wrong. Ooh, that's very wrong. Okay, we're just gonna have to get back out there, I guess. I didn't have anything good on my body. So the downside again with, just being one person is I don't really have a ton of time for all of this, you know, fixing of things. Where am I? Is that the base? The base is way down there. That's probably a probably want to be closer. Okay. Let's just be ready to move. Okay, I'm pretty much, I'm right in the middle of them. See if we can't align our big gun. A lot of drones. That left turret may not be getting ammo. Also, that looks like a major part of me that's just floated away. There was a weird white bar on my screen. I couldn't figure it out. What is Drone S? That looks big. It also looks dead, which is good. Yeah, let's see if we can get some shots off. Maybe not on that debris, maybe on the swarm of enemy drones. Okay. Oh. They're all basically just crashing into me. Ooh, yeah, that right nacelle is been bad. That's been skeletonized. I should have maybe been paying attention. That may have just happened. I mean, I don't think it all just happened, but I was just kind of exposing that side. Yep, that turret's out. We still seem to have all the turrets on the dome section. For now. That's it. Oh, they're just shooting at junk. Oh, but that one's not junk. Come on. Oh. Okay, that turret did it. Goodbye, drone. My left turret. Yeah, that left turret may be out. Let's see if we can't, there's a lot more fire in here now than there was. Let's see if we can figure this turret out at least. Oh, yep. He's dead. That seemed to work, though. Oh, no. Really? Well, looks like, progression is going to be the end of me. So I'm down to one Gatling turret and my artillery turret. I think that drone is dead. Yeah, I wonder... So I was pretty sure that grid welders... Yeah, I know I can't. Let's see if I can... Where's that drone? That drone's... Oh, no. Drone is still out there. I was under the impression that grid welders could do... basically circumvent, progression. So long as the block exists already, they can just kind of weld it up. I'm wondering, though, if that's not the case. In which case, I can't repair turrets, which is going to probably be, well, the end. Now, seems like that drone's still slightly kicking around, which may be good because I think it's detoothed. That'll hopefully give me a little bit more time for, you know, critical repairs. Oh. Okay, well the drone's not... Yeah, not perfect. I'm forward thrusting and nothing is happening. That doesn't help. Let's see here. As a ambulance screams by. Yeah, and I bet you I can't do anything with this either. Where is that? Here is that. Are you gonna let me weld a thruster? Nope, you have to research it. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if that's gonna be much use anyway. Let's see, what can I build? Can't build much. I think I'm gonna have to go through and, grind and repair some stuff. Can I build a cockpit? How do you progress? I don't remember. Basic assembler, that's gonna be a trick. Landing gear. Do I have a landing gear? I don't think I have a landing gear. It doesn't land. This might. Well, maybe at one point it did. Maybe there's a landing gear I can steal over here and learn its secrets. Yes. Teach me your ways, landing gear. Okay. What else do I need? What gets me turrets? That's what I really need. Okay, I need a basic assembler. Is there a basic assembler on this base? 2H2 gen. It's a survival kit. It's not looking likely. Nope. Okay, well that's not good. Right. Is there anything else I can progress with? Yeah. So the unfortunate thing is, I could salvage the enemy carcasses. Because I'm not very good at space engineers and setting up things, I don't actually, if I go into my blocks menu and type in turret, I can't build a turret. I don't know because I have progression on. Oh no. Ah! Those missiles are luckily missing. I don't know how to build turrets, which means I don't know how to repair turrets. And, oh goodness. In order to get to that point, I need to spin guns. Guns go! Oh god, the guns are off. Yeah. I don't know the magic of turrets, and that's probably a bad thing. So, that's partially my fault because, well, I guess it's all my fault. I started this scenario. Because I just spawned in a ship for this, normally you'd, like, play through the normal game, build up to building a ship, and then go from there. Because I didn't do that, and just spawned in this thing, and forgot to turn off progression, yeah. Oh boy. I'm down to just the big turret. Uh... This might be the end. Oh, as parts of my nacelles slam into the other nacelles. Yeah, so I think, once that last turret, I'm gonna try and keep it going, but I mean, it should hit. We're point blank. Okay, scratch that. God, they're tunneling through. This is this isn't good. What is this? Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. Nobody's home. Oh boy. Can I... It still shows that I have a turret. You know what? I think you're right. Oh, well, that blue drone's gone. Come here, you. Oh no! That lasted about as long as I expected it would. But I still have this cockpit. Have at you! Oh, that's the wrong button. I can no longer see in third person. Oh. Yeah, I have... Oh, boy. I have broken the camera. There are drones inside my missile bay. I don't... Oh, no, I do have one reverse thruster left. It is doing as much as it can. I think that this... I do still have a turret. This might be the end. Yeah, I definitely... I mean, for this type of thing, and I said earlier, the ship is kind of designed to be run by multiple people. Ooh, that drone's gone. Yeah, the ship is meant for a crew. So, really, this was kind of... I was kind of doomed from the start. But, in truth, that's a-okay, because the real purpose of this whole adventure was to basically see if I could actually stream. Which, given that, you know, people are here and hearing me as it happens with like a, 3-second delay or whatever, it works. So, let's go ram the base. Maybe shake these thrusters out of my bridge. Yeah, so, the bulk of this was really just to kind of see how streaming worked. I've never streamed to YouTube before now, so now I have. I should probably say what this is, the overall goal of this, what this is all for in the end now. We do that if we can successfully ram the base, which might be hard, because I don't actually know quite where on this asteroid it is. Alright. Lined up. In we go. Can I take out the beacon? No, but I came close. And hey, I survived the wave.
Your health
Ow.
is critical.
Well, that's not good. I blew up the medbay too. Yeah. So, just gonna... That's not the screenshot button. Oh boy. There we go. Just, for the future. But, yeah. So, what this is all for. All the streaming whatnots. So, many of you familiar with the channel, may be familiar with a series I did called Ship of the Week. Ow. I don't think I'll spawn back here. Nope. Well, that's mission failed. We did it, everyone. Uh, anyway, ship of the week. I want to bring back ship of the week. I've had this kind of in the plans for a while, and I think what'll be the most exciting way to do that with, for a season 2 of that series. These are all, I'm good at sentences, everyone. I'm gonna do them live. So what I'm thinking is sort of a once a month uh live stream with a ship. So I guess it's more ship of the month at that point, but I have all the branding already. So that's sort of what this testing is for, is to see, am I actually able to stream? How did it work? Partially, I wanted to see if there was anyone that was going to show up, which it looks like there are, so that's a good sign. And yeah, my sort of intent with that as well, this may not be as good for people. And it would be better for me. My plan is to make those, so probably the first stream or two will be just like this, where it's, fully open and public. After that, my plan is to try and transition them so that the actual live stream portion is for members. Now, the actual video, the VOD of the stream, which goes up kind of right after the stream part is finished, that'll be for everyone. I'm not going to gate that content. But, and I may not even gate the live portion of it, but I'm thinking that, after a certain point, the actual commenting part, that stuff, will be a membership perk. So, if that's the type of thing you enjoy, maybe consider becoming a member with the join button, wherever that is. Yeah. I don't tend to do those sorts of self-promoting spiels, but it's how this sort of thing works, so I figure at the very least I can offer a little bit of an incentive. But yeah, let's just respawn the spacesuit and where is spectator cam? Oh, I can't get into it because of thingy. There we go. I just want to go back and see roughly what the base is doing. Yeah. That's about where I figured this would end. So yeah, this is kind of, I think, end of the stream as well. So, thank you everybody for joining in. This was, I would say, a successful test of everything. So, we'll see how things go. I don't have exact time frames, but you can look forward to probably some Ship of the Week content coming in the future. But for now, thank you everybody so much for watching. It's weird doing an outro like this, not edited. Whatever I do at the end of videos, bye-bye. God, I can't actually reach the button. Now, bye-bye.